All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am your host, Gumbunny361. The other host, maybe, possibly in the future, we'll see, depending on how he does tonight. Freedom God 22, top left corner. Boom, there he is. And we'd like to welcome our guest, Hova motherfucking Bish, and ClassyinCamo. And what's going on, guys?
You beat me to the punch there. Yeah, buddy, myself.
Oh, you're about to air one yourself? Hey, man.
Oh, yeah.
No, dude, I got you, bro. I got you.
I'm out of air. Damn.
Got you, bro. Friggin'. All right. So, I mean, y'all said hi. We all doing good. We're all family here. So, just think this is just a conversation between four people. All right. Think Hova over there, like, stressing.
First things first, though, I got to ask the mustache. Does it got to stay or does it got to go?
I mean, I think it's very.
You gotta bring back.
I like
got
it.
That Rico Suave look. Right there.
I'm not allowed to have a goatee, so that's as much as I can get.
Oh no! See, my stash is very. I don't know if I can say that word on stream. I'm not. It's very Hispanic. I'll put it that way. It's a very Hispanic stash. So I can't do it. It's horrible.
You wear it well.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. So the first question of the night. We'll start with Hova. Who are you?
What?
Oh, this is a great start. We're good. Oh, okay. I said the first question is, who are you?
Oh, I don't even know how to explain that. Basically, I'm a mom of 2 and 1 on the way.
Oh.
I work when I can, part-time. I haven't been able to game in a while, like a minute, but I love to game. So, gaming mom, I guess. I'm a mom. I'm a gaming mom. That's all I got.
I can get behind it. Oh, shit.
5?
Let's go, baby.
Yeah, I pulled this out just for you.
Oh.
I'm jelly.
Oh, well, I mean.
Well, I still owe Hova a couple hits.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh, fucking Post Malone over there with his Bud Light.
I can drink my apple juice.
Oh, yeah. Love it.
You let it ferment long enough, you'll be all right.
All right. So, gamer mom, owner of HSS,
Lover of the people.
lover of the people. Goddamn. All right. So, Classy. I don't think this question is going to surprise you,
What
but
you got for me?
who are you?
Nope, still surprised me.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready.
I had more faith, dude. I had more faith.
All right. Well, long time gamer. Ever since I could crawl, I was holding controllers, PS3s and Game Boys, and you know how it is.
a
Dual
better
military
response.
spouse. Both my wife and I are active duty military for the Navy. Currently, I'm a teacher, teaching the junior sailors how to configure bombs, missiles, and components. So that's pretty much my main day-to-day job. And then when I get home, I'm just just a husband who tries to stay out of her way so she can finish her degree. And that's probably why I'm in here gaming so much.
Oh, I can get
When I'm not gaming with y'all, I'm bothering the crap out of her until she's like, hey, get out of here. So just turned 29 early March, and just that's about it. I love the outdoors. I make some YouTube videos on the side, different scuba diving, camping, boxes, hot pepper challenges, you name it.
Oh shit!
I wanna see that.
Oh no, I'm interested. I'm interested.
Check out
Sure.
the YouTube page, ClassyinCamo. It's there, so you can watch a couple of goofy videos that I've made.
I just want to see the
I think
tears.
I did one montage, but I haven't made as much content. So
Yeah, the
I see you're
whole
the cinnamon
the whole
challenge.
YouTube streamer freaking it's
mix it
hard.
up,
Yeah, it's hard to juggle
now that
around.
we got the multi-stream available, I've been trying to do more on Facebook. So
Oh, of course.
dipping my fingers in all the pots here, but really I'm all about the game. I enjoy it. I love it. So even if I wasn't streaming, I'd still be here, doing it.
Oh yeah, I can get behind that.
That's what's up. So, I know for a fact, I've been wondering this, and I know Bunny as well. Like, ever since we've joined, we've all wanted to know this, like, what is the what's the history of HSS and how was it formed and all that stuff?
That's definitely a
Oh.
question for you know who up there.
So, I started, okay, I go back a little bit. My first clan I was ever in was XGen. And I was in there briefly because I don't know, maybe like a month and a half. And they were asking, who has ideas for this, that, and the other. And I would give my ideas and they would steal them and not give any credit. And that really pissed me off. So someone else left there, started DWA, Diabolical Warfare Assassins. And I became leadership there, left XGen. And then basically the same thing happened. They weren't giving credit where credit should be due. And I didn't like that. I always made sure that I gave people credit, and people who I brought from XGen to DWA to HSS will agree with that. But I got sick and tired of the same old clan. Like it just seemed there was just so much repetition to it, if that makes sense. It didn't really feel like family when they claimed it was family. It didn't really feel like people cared when they asked how your day was. Here, it's, when I ask someone how their day is or how they're doing, I truly mean it.
Yeah, it's
So,
all genuine.
Yeah.
so it's that's basically the backbone of it is it's supposed to be something different. This is only my third clan. It's only the first one I've ever run. I never expected it. I always hoped, but I didn't expect it to be what it is now. And we're only growing thanks to Classy and sponsorship for the Facebook that brought in like 5 people today.
Oh, very
But
nice.
what's that?
Pretty good.
That's
Okay. So, oh, no. Oh, real quick. Hey, chat. Oh, I'm looking. I used to have my camera over here. I fucked that up. Hey, chat. So throughout the podcast, if y'all want, ask your questions. We'll get to them at the end of the podcast. That way we have like a little spitfire question Q&A type of thing. So if you think of anything, hey, put it down there. But until then, I'm ignoring the fuck out of y'all guys. So sorry.
I was also going to ask too. Oh, my bad. You can go.
Oh no, go ahead.
No, I was just
How are you?
so with HSS, right? What gave you the name? Like, what made you think of like headshot snipers? Like, is
Headshot
there a story
specialist.
behind that?
Headshot specialist.
I'm sorry. Look, I'm the
Sniper.
sniper for the team, so
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
So when we first started the clan, we came up with Classy. I don't know if you were there for the end of that.
I think we had just started discussing the name change.
Yeah, and there were so many names, and there were some people that left because they got so annoyed, which is totally understandable. But we were like, do we want this? Do we want that? It almost became USDA, and that was because of Camp. Camp, who formerly known as Mick Swagger, he thought it would be funny, but I figured, or some of us figured, that would probably be we'd get in trouble for that eventually. So I was just trying to think of something catchy, and
So at the beginning, you already had it in your head that this is going to be a big thing eventually.
that's always what I planned on. I truly see the whole entire comp team going internationally. Like, that's the plan. And with headshot specialists, I mean, the most points you can get in a game, like in the game, like the best thing you could do is get a headshot specialist. So I mean, you don't really aim for the leg, you know what I mean? You aim for the head.
Well, I do, but that's just I'm not that good.
Yeah.
I aim for the head, I hit the leg. I don't know how that happens, but it does. I make do. All right, wait. So, brain fart. My bad. All right. So
I just gotta mention. I gotta mention because when Hova was talking about the going from clan to clan, that really hit home for me. Being in the military. I mean, y'all could probably hear this too, but myself, I would game with friends all the time, and a lot of the time, you leave. You go from one MOS, right? Y'all got MOS, I believe they all call it. I just call it. I just transfer. I go from one station to another. And a lot of times, leaving the boat, they would go on deployments for 6-7 months. Right now, like my Rocket League team, they're out in the middle of the ocean, and I can't even work on my
Rocket
grinding
League.
for Rocket.
Go.
So, but before that, I was jumping from clan to clan as well. I know Rude Clan, they wanted to do a scrim for a little bit. I know y'all had talked about it, and they wanted to do a coalition. They're all great guys, really close friends of mine. A lot of them are weapons or prior military too. But before that, it was going from clans on YouTube, Facebook. Hey, join up, and then you join up, and you're like, hey, can I join into a game? And they're like, sorry, we're full. We're full here, we're full there.
They had their
Like the
clicks.
company. I don't know if you've heard of the company. They were a small time a little thing right here. I might have a picture of what it looked like. It looked like that right there. Well, you can't really see it. That was their logo, right? The company. And I joined them for about a week. They had their Discord, but it's always over and over again. It wasn't open for everybody. And just coming here and from day one and being able to be a part of everything, and being able to play with everybody, no matter what the game, it has just opened my eyes up to what gaming could be, which is why I try to promote it even more for everybody, get more competitive players, more free players, more gamers for different games, and that's really why I'm here doing my part.
That's one thing I enjoyed a lot about like the community with HSS is like it's so diverse. Like you don't just have a comp team, you got your comp team, you got people who play Apex, like just to play like all that stuff. Like
Which
that's
I think we need more Apex players. If you're an Apex player and you're watching the stream, come on, man, come carry me to victory, because
We need more Fortnite players too.
yeah, we are looking for Fortnite as
We're
well.
looking for everything. We want to be everywhere.
And I just earlier today, from the post we put out, we had one guy asking, hey, where's the Counter-Strike Go team at? And I'm like,
I didn't know what he meant by
yeah, he said CSGO, and
yeah,
for a
and I'm
minute,
like, I don't know.
I played Counter-Strike Gen 1 back in the day, long ago, but
I've
yeah,
tried. I
it's
tried
becoming
Counter-Strike.
popular again.
I'm garbage.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
I think in time, growing and getting more people in here, I mean, I'd be open for it, But we got a small group right now. I think we're pushing 90, close to 100. We're getting ready to get up there in the hundreds, and I think once we get bigger, I'd be more than welcome to have these kind of comp teams.
Oh yeah, I can
here,
definitely see every esport being under HSS. Like
we could
without
run the game,
Exactly. And then, like that being said, Hoba, I'm just gonna let you know now. This is the very first clan I've ever joined. I was
really?
never a part of the competitive scene in any game. It was always just me and Freedom, freaking grinding it out. Oh yeah, and Axel. Well, Axel, I actually didn't play with Axel all that much until quite recently, and when Call of Duty came out, because it's cross-platform.
Didn't he bring you in though?
Oh yeah, he brought me and Freedom in, but we've played. What did we play with him on? Freedom.
Was it Rocket League? No, Halo something? I don't know.
It was something cross-platform that we were able to play with him once.
It might have been Fortnite.
Possibly.
Never played Halo.
Freaking yeah, Freedom broke my cherry. Like
I'm kind of upset with Fortnite right now. Well, not really Fortnite, but the people who run it, because they bought out Rocket League, and now they changed the whole way you can unlock different crates and things like that. So now instead of just getting a key and unlocking it, now you get the blueprints, and you have to pay for every single thing, and it's just like Fortnite. You want something, you're paying for micro purchases.
They made it worse.
I'm gonna hit that,
Yeah, I don't know how many freaking, which is crazy because I cannot stand Rocket League with a passion. I can't. I played it for years and didn't get good at it, and I just hate it now.
I'm just now starting to become in that diamond level, but just like any other 3-man team game, you're just as good as the backbone of your team. It's all teamwork, knowing rotations, knowing when to hit the ball, knowing when to set it, just like y'all on comp, knowing when to push from A to B to C,
and
knowing those rotations. That's all it is.
One thing I'm not gonna lie about real quick before we move to the next subject is I swear to God, I thought Call of Duty you just ran and shot people. But once I became part of the comp team, I was like, holy shit, there's a strat to this. Like my mind was blown. Like I never knew there was an actual strat to Call of Duty. I thought they were just running around shooting people.
Absolutely. And that's exactly how I feel right now.
Freedom used
Even
to
playing with y'all yesterday with the 10v10 going on, and I was just running around just trying to sit in a corner and shoot.
Freaking! I remember when Black Ops 4 came out. Me and Freedom dipped our toes into that, and we were just in pubs. Or actually, no, we played hardcore. We only played hardcore because it was too bullet spongy in just regular pubs and whatnot. And we were running maps thinking we were like the best ever. Then Modern Warfare came, and this is the one game I've had to practice on consistently.
That is exactly how it was for me. Black Ops 4 was my shit. I mean, I was posting. I created Hovabish on Facebook, and constantly, like every day, and there's still stuff I haven't posted, but all these best plays, like that's what I played for, was the best plays, and I was so fucking nasty when I got to Call of Duty.
She's like, I'm fucking nasty, and I know it.
What do I do? Yeah, it was awful. I have to I just had to stop for a little bit. It's so different trying to get used to one game and then going back and playing like Blackout. The gameplay is just completely slower.
Oh, absolutely.
Is it fast?
Oh, Black Ops 4 is a whole lot faster.
Yes.
But it takes a lot more bullets to kill people.
I'm not gonna lie, I joined in with the other admin, Tigers, the other day because she's like, "Hey, jump in," and I jumped in, and I was trying to ping people, and I'm like up on the D-pad, and I go to hit R1, and it throws a grenade at my teammate. I was like, "Oh my god, this is horrible."
I was like, oh, okay, I'll see myself out now.
Switching from Apex shooting to Fortnite shooting to Black Ops, it's definitely crazy, but I can't quit those other games. I love all games. So.
All right, so for the next question, I'm gonna make it an open-end question. So whoever wants to answer first, go for it.
Ding.
Do you stream or make content? And if what content, what games do you like to stream? What's your favorite game to make content with?
That's all classy.
I'm not gonna lie. I stream, yes. Facebook.com/ClassyinCamo, as well as Twitch.com/ClassyinCamo. I do have the Twitter ClassyinCamo02. I don't really use it as much anymore. That's just all about hashtagging. I'm just not a fan of the hashtags, just like I don't use Snapchat. I'm not all about that stuff. But I definitely
His wife ain't
love
all about that stuff.
Oh,
yeah,
damn
No
straight.
Snapchat for you.
No, definitely. I used to love playing Fortnite, like I said, with the Rude Clan, but just like any other group, you got that small group that love to play, and then once you find that group of 3 that you run with, it's kind of hard to rotate out of that small group. So whenever you're waiting and you're like, hey, can I join in? Hey, we're full. But I loved playing Fortnite for the first couple seasons, but once Apex dropped, just the different aspects of that game, having the perks of Black Op, your little specials, and then still having that sandbox free for all type deal. I think Apex is probably my go-to game. I'm not the greatest at it, but just playing it is awesome. However, like we were saying, we don't have that many Apex players. We got, I think, Gunshy Monster. He plays, right? However, Gunshy's on like, he's up there in the diamonds and almost Apex Predator, kind of the highest ranks. And in order to play with that kind of level, you need to be like 1 up or 1 down. I'm lower level gold right now, so that's the only downfall. I'm jumping into these competitive matches and I'm finding randoms with no mics, randoms that want to go off and land over here when you ping over here. You could see it in Warzone too. It's the same.
I know that struggle.
Yeah, it's and you want to go get kills and you want to advance and become an Apex Predator, but you can't because your teammates set you back.
Is there just because I just really don't know, is there an Apex esport yet? Are there like I'm sure there's tournaments and stuff like that, but actual official esport ready?
I haven't looked into it, but I would say Gunshy Monster would probably know. He's probably up at that level.
All right. Yeah, because definitely having a few like, oh man, I just want to help as much as I can to expand everything. But that being said, I
Yeah.
am
Well,
dog
my biggest
shit
thing
at
is
Apex.
me personally, I can't speak for the rest of the other admins. I personally don't want to expand too far too fast and not have that strong foundation. And we build
Oh,
a nice
okay.
house and it just crumbles
I
under our.
agree with it. I agree with Classy.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I
But
mean, you can't just
I
put
see you
any.
asking the question here, but I'm kind of curious about you and your content and creating and all that. So I don't know if you feel like answering your own question there. I'm
I
kind of
mean,
curious.
all right. So it all started with a very cringy intro by me and Freedom. So, okay, so my YouTube channel is what we first streamed from, and it was myself and Freedom's YouTube channel because we were too chicken shit to go about it solo. So, Freedom Bunny Gaming was created. We streamed on there. We made videos on there for probably how was it, at least a year.
2 years.
2 years.
That was like 2 years.
Like
Yeah.
2 years we were doing that, and because on YouTube, two people can both stream from the same channel at the same time, and it come up as different. Like, like if you're scrolling down the list, you'd see one of us. You'd see me on top and him right below me, or vice versa. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, so we started doing that, and it started off in actually way before that is what got me back into gaming was the fact that I hadn't gamed in like a couple of years. I finally begged the wife to get me a used PlayStation 4 for Father's Day because I was tired of going out and spending money. I need to stay home, stay out of trouble, and
Oh,
just
yeah, I
like
feel
just not because if I was bored, I went out and spent money, and it was just not a good look at all.
That's same for me here in Virginia. There ain't nothing to do except spend money.
Mm-hmm. So freaking that's when we started playing Rainbow Six Siege. And
On PlayStation.
on PlayStation, and
I'm
Freedom
about that. I still play occasionally.
occasionally, but it just makes me mad now. But Freedom would
I would
used to
imagine
come
you could.
over to my house, and we'd be passing the controller back and forth, whether it be I have attack rounds, he has defense rounds, or vice versa, or we do a whole game and went back and forth. Because at the time, he wasn't allowed to have a PlayStation.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we won't talk about the Wicked Witch of the West.
Yeah, but so that was a good time. So yeah, we started off the YouTube grind. This will probably be a huge surprise to y'all guys, but I got really drunk one night, and I guess started talking shit about
On Yoo-hoo.
yeah, freaking about like I don't even think I was talking shit about Twitch streamers. I was talking about Twitch streamers and kind of shitting on YouTube at the same time. And I woke up in the morning and realized we couldn't. I got an email saying, "Hey, you can't stream for 90 days on YouTube."
Wow.
And at that point in time, we were like maybe 3 or 4 subscribers short of 500 subscribers on our YouTube channel, and I was mad. I was so upset with that. So I talked to Freedom, and we're like, "Yo, it's time to move
What
to Twitch." Well, I think okay, so I was talking a lot about like Twitch streamers and stuff like that, but I think what it was is I was putting like, tags when you upload a video, you can put certain tags.
Just like the hashtags,
Yeah, so I was putting like, because that's when Twitch was really like blowing up. So I was like, oh, Twitch this, Twitch that. That way it would kind of, if someone put in Twitch, I was trying to get that little extra click in there. And
exactly how I was on Twitter trying to get myself affiliated, because back in the day you can hit F for F and then people will come in and follow and be like, hey, follow me back. But now you can't do that. They're strict on that. So
yeah, so it went from that to me and Freedom talking like, hey, let's do the same thing, but move it over to Twitch. And we did. Sadly, it wasn't a huge crossover for us. Like on YouTube, I think at points we would get like 10 to 15 viewers, and it was a pretty common thing. And then of course Freedom would be popping off on I forget, I was on leave somewhere. And he was playing Battlefield drunk as shit and had like 20. It was like 20 something. Like it was 20 to 30 somewhere in that area.
Sniping drunk. It was like,
and it was just blowing up, and my phone was going off. New subscriber, new subscriber, new subscriber, and I was like, this is awesome.
yeah.
But we went to go, so we moved over to Twitch, and at that point in time, Freedom was actually in Korea. So our time zones were offset. So when I was off work, I could stream, and it'd be awesome. And about the time I was getting off, he was getting off work, and he was able to stream. And so it was like basically our channel was just
running.
like always live, always going. It was just it was
That's awesome.
it was a lot of fun. I mean, he had really shitty internet, so when we did have chances to play together, like it was either he's got 500 ping or I have 500 ping. There was like I think we settled what it was like we would have to play on West servers
Yeah.
to get like the middle ground, and it was just bad. But the issue that came from that is when he came back stateside, and we didn't have, and Twitch doesn't allow you to have multiple streams from one channel like YouTube did. And so Freedom God eventually broke up with me and made his own Twitch channel. And
What's up?
yeah, I was heartbroken, but it was for the best because literally I would come on and people would pop in and be like, "Who are you?" Like they're like, "I don't know who you are." I was like, "Oh," and then I'd have to explain it. I'd have to explain it because some people wouldn't explain it when they got new followers, but it's all good. And so we split ways now, and mind you, both me and Freedom are both active duty military as well. Full-time job, both have kids. I'm doing my whole Twitch stream grind, YouTube video grind, any other. I'm trying to make so much content, but it's just like no hours in a day.
Oh yeah,
Very
I
good.
definitely understand there. Because,
Oh, on top of Call of Duty practice. Jesus Christ, that is cut so far into my time, but it's like it's definitely worth it to me. So there's that.
Yeah,
But,
that's why I haven't even tried out again for, I'll go in there and play with Comp Team, but there's no way that I could, juggle work, coming home, doing college, and trying to create content, go live. And, if the wife wasn't here, I would still, have to do, husband duties too. So I definitely feel you. And that's with no kids.
Oh, geez. Hey, Freedom, did I miss anything?
Oh yeah, so there was one thing you missed, and that was when we were in Korea. We were streaming a game called Conan Exiles, and this is really where our stream kind of blew up on Twitch. So we were playing Conan Exiles, and then out of nowhere, we get raided with like 200 people, and that at the time was like ginormous
That's
for us
big.
because we were like, "Holy shit!" Like I was like, "Dude, is that real?"
Bro,
I was like, "This can't be real."
I wasn't even in my chair. I went to go use the bathroom, and I come back and I just hear my headset. And it's Freedom yelling, "Buddy, get back here! Get back here!"
And your chat just starts dropping with all these comments, and you're like, "What is going on? Am I glitched?" Yeah, I had 2 of those happen to me, and it was something else. I was like, "What do I do? Just end stream quick! Somebody's hacking me!"
I mean, I feel like because at the time I was the one streaming, I feel like I carried it pretty well for being like caught off guard, and we kept it up all weekend. Like I would end and he would go live right away. Like, and we're on like a sleeping schedule is basically what it was all weekend, just trying to get as many numbers because for like 2 days straight we were top of the list in Conan. Freaking out of all the streamers, we just held the top spot. And we just kept getting followers and new followers because of it. It was a pretty good time.
Yeah, that's pretty much our backstory. But I know this next question is probably gonna be my favorite question out of the whole thing because it brings back memories and it's just fun to talk about. But like, this is for both of y'all, by the way. What games did y'all grow up playing, and like, what systems did you have throughout the years?
Oh, it was just in my mind and now I forgot. Oh god, my favorite game of all time. Like when I first got it was PlayStation 2. And I'll go back. My first game of all time is SOCOM.
Oh, thank God.
Oh,
I had the headset.
SOCOM? That was like the hardest game ever.
I was so good at it, and I don't know if I was playing on easy or whatever because I must have been like 9. But I had the headset, I had the commands, and it was just so cool. But my very first game and console was Sega Genesis. I had Sonic, I had Echo. What else did I have?
Okay, I'm doing a podcast right now. Can you fuck off? I love you.
I love you. Want to get some colors?
The special
I feel like the loudest shit ever in the background right now.
Nintendo 64, Mario.
No, you make a lot of noise. I love you.
But my favorite game of all time is still SOCOM US Navy SEALs. I wish they would remake that. I truly do.
Yeah, that
Every
game was
time I go
fun.
into GameStop, I ask them. I'm like, "Is it by chance you guys have this?" And they're like, "It's still not happening." I'm like,
They know you by
There's
name.
actually a
They
store
got
by
posters
me.
up with you, like.
"See you next month."
Yeah, well, I have a
gotta-
store by me. They sell old games like that.
What's it called?
I never got past like the second level in SOCOM.
It's like X Games
Oh.
or something. It's in
But I was
Compton
like
Cove.
4
I
when I
hate
was playing
games.
it, so it was like I just was very young and just like dumb. So there's
I don't want
also
to get
that.
started on Grand Theft Auto either.
Oh yeah.
Gran
Well, yeah.
Turismo.
Myself growing up, I wasn't allowed to play, gun games like that with blood and prostitutes and things like that.
Oh, I wasn't either.
I couldn't even watch, South Park growing up. I
Look
was
at
I
me
was
now,
raised
Same,
in
Dad.
the family,
same.
yeah.
I think my very first GTA game I ever played was GTA 5
Mhm.
because I was out of the house. Like I was out of the house, like do what I want, and I was like, "Hey, fuck you,
Yeah.
Dad." But
That's
but
nice.
okay, so Hova recap. So SOCOM, I was kind of like talking with the wife, very lovingly, like I always do.
Of course.
So what other games? Gran Turismo, you
She's totally
said.
not gonna whoop your ass later.
Oh no. She knows me. We've been married close to 7. Next month will be 7 years.
Gran Turismo, Gran Turismo, and then Grand Theft Auto since Helicopter View. I mean,
Oh,
the
you're
very
talking
first
OG
one.
days.
I was just about to say I am the OG Grand Theft Auto player. Anyway, I had every single one of them. But yes.
Hmm.
Yes. And then my very first Call of Duty though was Black Ops 4.
Ooh, that
Really?
hurts. Because I used to play the old school ones, like Big Red 1, all them.
Okay, that's Medal of Honor first of all.
Oh,
Mm.
shit.
Yeah.
Medal of
I was
Honor,
gonna say,
Rising
what? I've never
Sun.
heard of that.
That hurts.
But that was my very first 1v1 experience was Medal of Honor Rising Sun. It was my little brother. He was dog shit. Fucking. So
turn, Classy.
yeah, you're up,
All right,
Classy.
So now that I've had time to think about it, starting
Take a
out,
shot before you finish your sentence.
I got like none left.
Shot,
Can you
shot,
send me
shot.
your bottle? Because I'm like,
Bro, I can't afford to fucking feed both
I
our
can send you
houses.
some apple juice. I need to pour some more.
and look, she missed it.
Wait, hold on.
Damn
Before you start, real quick, I just want to, for the record, it was Call of Duty Big Red 1. Here's the.
No,
thing.
but you said Rising Sun, which is the Medal of Honor game.
No,
but Big Red 1
I said-
is.
Just gonna pull out the phone.
I said Big
look
Red
it up.
1. Anyway.
Said Rising Sun.
Said Red Dawn. What? The movie. No. So starting out, like I said, I was playing a long time when I would go over to my uncle's house. The first game system I ever saw was the Dreamcast. All right, and he had this weird racing game, and I was always like, "Hey, can I play? Hey, can I play?" And he had his giant headset on, and he would give me the controls, and I would just drive the car around. I don't even know what game it was. I was a little young to remember, but from there, I went up in the systems, and I think the PS2 was one of the first ones besides N64 and Game Boy. But I think the game that I look back on most is gonna have to be I'm gonna have to say Twisted Metal.
Ooh.
The story of the different characters just playing the game and having the cars that shot rounds at people, that was my go-to, because like I said, I couldn't play the bloody gory games like that, and that was the closest thing I got. And that's probably why I like watching Death Race, all the Death Race movies so much. And I'm like, man, when are they going to make a newer
Just nostalgic
upgraded
feeling.
Twisted Metal? They made Black, and Twisted Metal Black was just a really cool story mode too, by far. And I still wish they would make a newer updated one now, based off of like Death Race. But as far as the other systems, N64, I'm gonna have to say 007. We would always play
Ooh,
paintball
GoldenEye.
mode. Yeah,
Mhm.
I would go to my dad's house on the weekends, and my stepbrother had the N64, and he would always go odd job because you're shorter, and trying to aim down was always what you had to do to hit that guy, so he would always win. It was that, and like WWE EC, well,
Yes.
was it WWF ECW was the game with Rey Mysterio, that dude. Those were the two right there that I played on 64. Moving on to the GameCube, I think it was Zelda. I played Zelda on GameCube, but Mario
That's my
Kart
shit.
Double Dash was my game there. From there, going to at that time I switched over to Xbox, because they had what was it? Need for Speed Underground and Underground 2 came out, as well as Halo.
Let's go,
Best
dude.
soundtrack.
Best soundtrack in the
those
game
were great.
ever.
And going from Halo to Halo 2, and then Underground 2, those were there. After that, I just switched back to PlayStation. The Halo started to die off for me, so I wasn't in any clans. I wasn't doing any esports stuff with it. And at that time, I didn't even know that was a thing. So all the friends had PlayStations. It wasn't cross-platform, so I switched back over to PlayStation from there. And I still got the Xbox, and it's a great Blu-ray player. My wife loves it. She loves it. Now, like I said, I got the PC. I've tried Escape from Tarkov. I know you. I believe you have got on there. That game is just twisted. I will play.
I haven't played in a
Overwatch on
while. I'll put it that
PC.
way.
That's really fun. Overwatch is a great game.
I'll play Overwatch on PC, and
Never played
my fingers
Overwatch.
will get carpal tunnel, and I'm like, how do y'all do this on PC? My fingers are like this when I'm done, looking like the guy off of
Scary Movie 2.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I got the PC for Overwatch. Try to make content as best as I can with what little bit of streaming, well, not really streaming, but video editing software that I could find. PlayStation Now, I'm ready for the 5 to come out, but that's a different story because I know everybody's going to switch over.
What mic are you
yeah,
using, actually? I'm like super curious.
Well, this
Yeti?
is the Yeti.
Oh, that's Yeti. Okay, so you're using USB.
Yeah.
Okay.
But right now I'm using my HP 1080p Logitech.
Oh, your webcam?
Yeah.
You guys hear me?
That's your audio? Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, that's the audio from your webcam?
Yeah.
Damn, that's actually
Oh,
that's actually
we
pretty
have
good
the same
audio.
Camera.
Yeah.
Why doesn't yours sound like that, Freedom?
'Cause
Every
I
time
don't-
yours
I
comes
have
on,
the
you
mic
just sound
turned
like
off.
shit.
Yeah, his
I'm
mic sounds
talking
like it's
through
coming
this.
from there.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so I got a variety of games now that I play on, PS4, the Xbox. I don't even know
can't
what
hear you
games I have.
guys.
Oh, you can't hear us?
She's probably gonna go to her settings and change her speaker like I did.
Nothing yet?
Nope.
Just move your lips and see if she notices.
Just like fucking
But yeah, I do. I got the PC, I got the PlayStation, the Xbox, and in the other room I have the Nintendo Switch for the Mario Kart on there. I play with my brother-in-law that's in Wisconsin, and I kick his butt every time. So,
Right.
and he hates it.
stupid casuals.
Hates losing it.
Friggin'.
It's like Bunny and me. Like I feel like the little brother that always kicks his ass, even though I'm older than him.
But yeah, acknowledges I'm older brother. You know what I'm saying, dog. Friggin', I mean, yeah. No, I can't think of a game that I'm better at Freedom at. So yeah.
Probably Fortnite.
No,
You were
because
better at Fortnite.
at one point, yes. But fuck Fortnite. Fucking- Friggin', where does she? Can you Freedom? Can you message her and see what's going on?
Yeah.
I don't
I know
want to
personally,
go too
though,
far into this.
Like my favorite game of all time because I'm a horror fan, and I love horror games. Would have to be Dead Space. That's
I thought you were
by
gonna say
far.
Resident Evil.
Oh, dude, I thought he was gonna say Resident Evil Director's
I was
Cut.
waiting for it.
Did
It
you
just
wait? Did you
remade
play it?
too.
Oh, it's not. Did you play Resident Evil Director's Cut? Like
No.
PlayStation 1, like the dog coming through the windows at the very beginning of the
I
game.
hated that. Yeah.
Yo, dude, I shit myself.
what's coming.
Like I was like 4 years old. I knew. Okay, so I'd watch my dad play it, and I was like, oh god. So when I'd play it by myself, I'd be like, I know where the bazooka is. So I'd go and take this detour, go grab the bazooka, then come back to that hallway where the dogs bust
Just
through,
for
and
the
just like, yeah, there's like, boom, fuck y'all motherfuckers, dog.
Yeah.
Can we send her a video request? Do you know how?
She's just gotta. Let me end the call, and I'll start it back up again.
Ended.
Sorry about that. Can you guys hear me?
Yep, we can hear you. You can hear us, yeah.
Yes, it pretty.
That was
All right,
worse.
nice. All right, so we're talking about Resident Evil. Okay, so that being said, if you had to pick one game and only one game ever to claim as your favorite game in the whole wide world, regardless of what system, what year, what is it?
I know mine. That's easy.
Yeah, mine too.
So,
So
Carmen,
I'm
you
trying to
Resident Evil
think of,
seals.
a
I
variety
kind of
of
guessed that
different
one,
options in the
Hova.
game.
I'm not sure. 10 minutes? 1 second.
Yeah, I know for me it's gonna be Super Nintendo Legend of Zelda because I would just run around that game. I was like 5 when I played it, so I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and I just liked throwing pots and making people mad that I was throwing their pots.
I've never made it past the first 3 stones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would go get the 3 stones for that game, and then it would be like, all right, now go off into the world, and then you had to go back in time, forward in time, and then you had to do all this other stuff. And then once you're at that point, the fairy doesn't tell you what to do. You just got to kind of go do it. So I was always just stuck there, just riding around on the horse.
Yeah.
But for me, I would try to think of a game that has a variety of games in it, but that's a tough question for sure.
There's always Super Mario.
Hey, 1 second, guys. Y'all continue. Okay, so my favorite game is definitely Final Fantasy VII. It's like the very first game I ever played. I'm pretty sure I learned how to read on that game, which is not a good thing because they did not spell anything right in that game. But yeah, so that was definitely my thing. I just got some text from work real quick, so I mean, continue the conversation. I'm still here, but I gotta take these real quick.
You can't think
I
of.
got about 10 minutes left.
All
Little
right,
boy
that's
needs
too
his mama.
easy. So with that, I guess we can move on to the next question. Unless you thought of your game there, Classy.
Oh, I can't. There's so many to choose from. It's so hard.
It's true.
Okay.
That's a tough one.
So what is the big picture? Like, not the big picture, but where do you see HSS, let's say, within the next year? Like, where do you see us as an
You know how
organization?
big Extrin is? They got like 100,000 people.
Mhm.
That's where I see us. That's my next goal.
That's awesome. And like that's what I appreciate the most too about the community that you've created is like not only are you passionate about moving forward with things, but you're also passionate about the people that are in there. It's not like, oh, we picked up somebody else today. That's just another number that we can add so we can get more popular. You know what I mean?
I love everyone, every single person. I
Yeah.
try to form a special bond with everyone. Some people you just can't really become cool with, but others, it's most of you guys are my family. And I'm having crazy hair right now.
Yeah, they each everybody has their own personality too. So being able to be a part of each different game that they play and see how they play and their style of gaming, it's great. And honestly, I wish I can get in there and play with everybody and on every game just to kind of hang out and chill.
Yeah,
But
not enough hours in the day, man.
like there's not, and it goes with the game too. Rainbow Six they play on Xbox. I play Rainbow Six, but I do PlayStation occasionally. But there's definitely so many people, and it's definitely hard to get everybody to play with everybody. And as much as we promote it, and I'd love to see everybody play with everybody, it is kind of rough. Everybody has lives. They have, like you said, your wife, kids, and everybody's doing their own thing. They got to make money too. So
Yeah, of course, of course. Now that being said, okay, so that's where you see the organization going.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you see yourself personally? And this goes for both of y'all. I'll even throw in an answer. Freedom can throw in an answer. All this good stuff.
Wow.
As-
Classy,
as
you can
in-
go first.
as in what? Like where do we see ourselves in
Life?
in
Just say- I
life
mean,
or
and
in
it
the
will-
clan?
Whether gaming content, career wise, like whatever you want it to be. Very open-ended question.
I'd love to see myself, having, more than, 5 to 10 people watching my Twitch, other than the few small raids that I've had. I'd love to be able to be, a bigger content creator like that. However, I know with my schedule, it might not happen, and I'm okay with that. I love to, just get on here and do it for, even for the people in our clan that can go in there, watch and get tips and tricks and things like that. So even though I'm not doing it on a full scale like some of these big, names that I'm not going to name because I won't promote anybody. But I'll never be at that level, and I'm okay with that. I'm still out here having fun. I'm not out there, doing crazy stuff, spending money, drugs, or any of that. I'm home.
Nerd
I'm doing
life.
something that I enjoy to detox, have a beer, play some games with friends and family, and just hang out. And I'm okay with that. Now, as far as myself in life, I mean, I'm more of a day-to-day person. I'm happy to wake up each and every morning. I'm not happy that I got to go to work in the military every single day and deal with that, because that's a challenge in itself. The people that you have to work for, they wouldn't call it work if you love doing it. It's not like what's the phrase? It's not a job if you love doing it. Something like that.
Something like that.
I don't love doing what I do, but I do it, and it puts the roof over my head. As far as myself as a family person, I got the 2 dogs, I got the 2 cats. There's a story behind that. We're gonna call it the wife. One animal. Well, that animal's bored. I got to get a friend for that animal. Oh, we need this animal now. Oh, this animal needs a friend. So I'm at that point where I fell for it twice. So shame on me. Um, but I'd love to have a nice nest egg saved up. I do play stocks. It's kind of crap right now, so I took everything out before the drop. Thank God. Um, but I'd love to be out there doing more videos. One of the big things I wanted to do was a lot of these like foodie videos. They go to like small towns and try different little restaurants and food places and stuff like that. I have a buddy named Jose. He's a big YouTuber. He does videos called Traveling with Jose. And he would do
Love
them in
it.
the military, and he would do them in different locations. I think he just did a couple last week overseas, and he'll go to different locations and talk about the locations and stuff. And I thought about doing something like that, more or less on the food, because with my YouTube channel, there's not really any set
Ish.
set videos. You got like people like David Dobrik, who goes on there once a week and does these vlogs, and then you got Mr. Beast, who goes out there and does stuff for the community and raises money and gives back. Granted, they both do, but it's stuff like that that's like, man, I really wish I could do something like that. I'd love to be able to, but like you said, there's not enough time in the day. So it's a video here, a video there, a trip here, trip there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's mostly what I got going on for me. The wife, she's on deployment right now. She got back in December. We took a cruise, and then she left again in January for another 6 months. So I'm staying home alone, trying to take care of the house and everything, and try to set up a foundation so when she gets back, we can more or less sit down and discuss where we're going next. What's our next adventure.
Oh yeah, of course.
Good.
Pretty good. But yeah, so I don't know, Hova, unless you're ready.
Mine's really clear cut. Is what was the time frame you had?
Let's
10
say a
or
year.
5
Let's
years?
do a year.
A year?
I
Yeah.
just kind of went broad with it.
Yeah, I mean, it could be whatever you
Right.
want.
It's gonna have to be like 3 years for me because I have a baby on the way, and there's that time of recuperation. But in about a year and a half, I expect to be in the academy. And
Woo-hoo.
about 3 to 4 years, full on field officer. So police officer is my dream. One of the good guys, actual good guys, and that's basically it. If that
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
work out, vet tech.
Pretty good. It's either I'm putting people in handcuffs or I'm helping doggies.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I can
No,
get behind it.
my ultimate goal, I want to start as a police officer. My ultimate goal is to, and I got this from watching Law and Order SVU.
I was hoping you would say Police Academy 1 through 5 and then number 6 in Moscow.
No, my ultimate goal is to become a special victims unit detective and put the sickos in prison.
Mhm.
So, I
Dum-dum.
mean, I'm sure most people can get behind that. It's like, okay, no, you're really one of the good guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my ultimate goal. I'm gonna have to get off here in the next few minutes.
Okay.
My son's driving his dad crazy.
Okay, that's too easy. Anytime you got to go, just let us know, and then we're gonna.
Let me.
Oh,
I'm
you.
thinking they need to kind of switch roles, and we can get his side of the story.
Oh, he's been up since 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. He's so tired. That's why he's upset. He wants to go to bed.
Oh.
So
Very good. Well, just let him know
Quit
that
hogging all the
there's a podcast in his future as well.
yeah.
Very good.
Ooh-wee.
But
I'm tuning in for that.
so I know. Okay, so I'm just gonna do it based off in the year, and I don't know if y'all have noticed this. Besides, like my career and all that stuff, is I lean very hard towards the content creation part of my grind. So I'm hoping in a year I can at least average between 50 and 100 viewers. Like, mind you, I've already been streaming for a couple of years now, but I'm finally dipping my toes in this YouTube grind and like making actual videos and stuff and trying to put out content, at least 1 or 2 videos a week. And I'm hoping that'll transfer over to Twitch and whatnot. That being said, and I've said it since the beginning, I don't have aspirations to be a big ass like Twitch streamer, like the top names and stuff like that. Like, hey, don't get me wrong, if it happens, I'm not gonna be mad. But like my number one goal is just build a community around my content, a community of people that just want to be there for me, for who I am, and just enjoy being there because of me. And well, and I guess the other people in the community, but there's that. But so that's my overall goal is just keep grinding on this content creation journey I'm doing, and then just see where that takes me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've spent way more money into all this equipment for streaming and content creation than I've made back, but everyone's got to have a hobby.
On your PC build.
Pretty good.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't build mine. I started to, and then I ended up going to Best Buy and getting a nice Omen.
Oh no, my Omen's this is my Omen right here.
Yeah.
Friggin', my very
love
first
the
one, I bought a pre-built, and then finally after I don't know what, it's been probably about a year since I started PC gaming in general, that I was like, I just kept watching videos on like builds, and I'm like, I can do that. I can do that.
Yeah.
Especially with a step-by-step how-to video. I can do that for sure.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's my goal there. And then Freedom, you're up.
Well, let me
Alright.
ask you this real quick before Freedom goes. Now I know you were saying that that's the end goal here in a year. So, is that something you're looking at doing after you retire from the military, or something like you want to continue to earn revenue so you don't have to go out and get another job, or is it something that you just want to get out, have another job, and then still continue to do that?
Okay, so with this, I am doing the 20 years in the military. It's because I have a disabled child who has a disease and he has a lot of health issues that I cannot afford if I were to get out.
Okay.
If I were to get out, it'd be doing like oil field work or something like that. But oil field work, you don't get insurance. You don't get a retirement. You just
All
work
the money
and
coming in is going back out. Absolutely.
yeah. And so that's why I decided I'm going to do my 20 years. I'm going to support my son, make sure that he is covered his whole life. And I do this honestly as like a hobby / little side hustle. Cause I mean, I've brought in the whole time I've done this, I probably brought in like a couple $100.
Yeah.
So it's not a lot, but I mean, at least it's something, it's a number that I can get behind. And yeah, no, I can. And then I guess, shoot, I still got like 12 more years. Oh, what's up?
I'm sorry, I gotta go, guys. I'm so sorry.
Oh
Thank you
no,
for-
you're fine. You're fine. You're
He
fine.
he needs his mama.
Oh no,
Alright,
you're good.
bye.
Go be a mama.
Bye.
Got this. I believe in you. All right. So with that being said, it's gonna be a side hustle all throughout the military. Now, depending on like how good it's going by the time I get out, is whether I'll get another job because I'll be retired at 38.
Oh
Like,
yeah, I'll be 37. I'm 11 years in right now. I'll be 37 and a half because I had to get my parents' signature before I joined.
Oh wow.
I
Yeah.
was
So.
that young. I just got out of high school and was like, I have no clue what I'm doing with my life.
Mm-hmm. And same. I was actually going for a track scholarship that I didn't get, and I was like, well, got to do something. They run in the military, I think, and yeah,
Yeah.
so that's
Yeah,
where I
KFC
went.
wasn't paying for my college. I'll tell you that right
Oh,
now.
snap.
Navy's paid for every penny. I haven't spent a dime on college, and I'm 9 classes away from my bachelor's in business
Hell yeah,
management.
dude.
So I got actually a class finishing this week. I got to do my finals on. It's rough stuff.
Yeah. I fuck college. I fucking.
I wish I didn't do it at this point, but being that y'all have a different evaluation system to rank up than the Navy does, I need those extra points. I don't think y'all.
Oh
do.
no, I'm in. No, we're
No, we
in
do.
the same boat. Like what you like? You're enlisted side, right?
Yes,
What E5, E6?
E5.
Okay, same.
I've taken the test. Like we have to take the actual test. I've taken the test for E6 8 times, but due to advancement limitations, out of 1,100 people, only 7% make it. So that's like 87 to 90 out of
Wow.
1,100 make it. And I've always been within like the maybe 5 points away from hitting it every time.
Yeah. So me and Freedom are both E5 promotable, grinding for points right now as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, we understand the struggle. Freaking, it's
real.
a
You
fucking.
watch your junior guys who get it, and then they get up before you, and you're like, "Why this guy? Like, I'm way more knowledgeable."
I'm like,
But that's got to be another story.
oh, of course, yeah, dude. Oh, dude, we're definitely gonna have to fucking like. I'm sure with what you said, 9 years, 11 years, 11 years, right?
11 years. This
With
August
11
will
years
be,
in, I'm
my full
sure
11.
you have some stories.
Yeah,
So that
I
would
got
be.
I don't know if you can see it. I got all my military coins here on the wall.
Oh, ordnance bomb. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Got magazine
Represent.
drawers. Thing out of all of them though, this is my favorite right here. I got this from the Air Force.
Nice. Yeah, I literally give all of my coins to my dad. Like whenever I get them, I'll give them to my dad. Like I gave him my when I graduated from airborne school. I gave him my wings.
Okay.
Pretty good.
We just got a whole set of these. These are from our schoolhouse that we teach at. So if you toss one my way, I'm pretty sure I can get a couple to you.
Definitely have to think about that.
What else you got? Any more questions for me?
The last question we got, if Freedom, you want to take it? Yeah, I'm gonna look through comments and see if they had any other questions.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll do my best to answer it if it's a it's a.
Talking about the very last question.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So
Well, okay. Besides, I guess it would be Apex.
yeah, I was gonna say he kind of. So I'll give you this one. So do you have? It's gonna be a twofer, all right? You're gonna have to hit a twofer on this one.
Okay,
So
I'll do my best.
It's not the speed round, but it's the lightning round, all right?
All right, I'll try to perform under pressure here.
All right, so the first question has two mini questions in it, and then the second one is just we kind of already know, but we want to hear it again. So do you have any siblings, and like, are there any rivalries with y'all or anything like that, or like, do you have rivalries on like a clan that you just been headbutting with that you just can't seem to like, not like in a bad way, just like a clan that's like you're real competitive against or anything like that, like in the past or whatever the case is. And then the last question is, besides Call of Duty, what is your favorite game to play right now?
So as far as family, yeah, both parents, well, they divorced and got remarried. So I have, two stepsisters, two stepbrothers, and then I actually have a brother and a sister. And then I have, my best friend, Andy, who basically grew up at my house in my room, did everything with me. So I consider him a brother. So it was always crazy. He was my actual brother was younger than me, and my sister's older than me.
Oh, okay.
One's they're both married. They both have kids. I'm the only one right now that doesn't have a kid. So it is in the future, but there's a lot more stuff on my bucket list that I want to do, which I do have a copy of that. If they want to see what my bucket list is, let me know and I'll forward that out. There's about 80 items on it. And then I have a separate list called Adventure Time. that's just a bunch of adventures that I want to do. So me and the wife kind of over the past 10, 11 years in the military, we've kind of just made this list of all the stuff we want to do.
Oh yeah.
But as far as family rivalries, I don't think we have any. Everybody's kind of, the stepbrothers and stepsisters are out doing their own thing. A lot of them kind of split ways. As far as my brother and sister, they both have kids. So Uncle Sean has to, get in there and send the birthday cards with the money. My niece, I provide her with the money for her. It's not Girl Scouts anymore. It's like Girls of America or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like a church group, so she does all that. So I purchase, every time she gets badges, I donate the money for those so she can keep growing. As far as like you were saying, clan rivalries, like gaming clan rivalries.
Yeah, like have you ever had any like rivalries? I can't even say that word. Rivalries. There you go.
Rivalries. So, the only ones that I would say are my rivals are, my closest friends. I have one that plays for Team Pawnage, T-Pawn, JC, Charmin. He plays Death Dealer JC. He's one of my Rocket League players that helps carry me to victory a lot. He's also military. He plays for Team Pawnage, and I hate, friends that go out and do other things instead of, clan up with me. So Team Pawnage would have to be one of my rivalries. And the other one is, well, let me see here. I have
You have
another
a list. Your hit list.
yeah, I got a hit list. She
There's
used to play for clan, but now she's part of what is it? Let me see here. Twitch TV. I'm sure I have her on here. She's not online right now.
Why you looking for that? Freaking so I would say definitely Freedom is my biggest rival. But the great thing about that is we have our own little fucking pact where like wherever he goes, I'm going, and vice versa. So like we always are on the same grind when it comes like competitive play and whatnot. So that's always, I don't know, I think that's pretty awesome. Like when we first got in here, he was definitely on first squad immediately, and I was only on second squad. So I legit fucking practiced every day and fucking just got better and better and better until I was able to be on the same team as him. And that was my grind for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know. She just left her clan, the clan. It's UKNO. She's part of like, it's called like Uplift now or something like that. Uprising, UPRISIN.
Those are completely different things.
Exactly.
I'm here to uplift you and bring you positive vibes, and then Uprising, we're gonna fucking riot and destroy your city.
Yeah. So she changed her name from _the love to Uprising the love. So she's always gaming on Black Ops 4 a lot of the time. She's an awesome content creator as well, small time streamer. But as far as like a close rivalry, I mean, I haven't found anybody in the clan that's like gonna push me to the limit right now.
1v1 dude.
Oh no! He
shouted out somebody.
He wants to 1v1 me first.
I mean, no, I need to work my way up bottom of the list and go from there.
He thinks he's a lion. He thinks I'm a wounded gazelle, but this gazelle's faking. You know what I'm saying, dog? Like,
no, I was playing with Civil earlier, and he's kind of showing me the ways. Hey, if you were playing comp style games, you need to have your guns set to this and set to that. And I'm running around with him trying to compete at the comp level, and even then I'm like, my ADS is off, my movements are too slow, I'm not hitting corners like I should be hitting corners, and I personally think I have a long way to go to even before I can start having a competitor on that level, especially with anybody inside HSS.
Oh yeah, we're definitely having this 1v1 then. By the way, congratulations Sprint on being
restate that
in the first squad.
Say again.
The second half, I got the first two mini questions. Now, as far as
it was the very last question. So you got the siblings, the rivalries. The last one was,
Yeah.
so besides Call of Duty, right now, what is your favorite game to play?
No, not Call of Duty. For him, it'd be Apex. Besides
yeah,
I
Apex,
do
Besides
like, I mean,
Apex.
I'm not gonna lie, I love the Call of Duty. Warzone is great. However, there is a lot of, I think, errors that need to be corrected. Jumping over the walls that are, this high that you can definitely jump over, and climbing up the rocks. I can't stand that at all. Like if your rock is knee high and you can't jump and climb up on it, that's a
yeah,
problem.
I've noticed a lot of like the big hills and whatnot that you can't just Skyrim up. Kind of irritates
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, you should be able
Yeah,
to
that
like
annoys
tap
me.
X and kind of
Yeah.
straddle up. That's my biggest thing for that. But yeah, as far as games though, I'm kind of rotating through right now. Red Dead Redemption 2, I'll play with them. Rocket League, and definitely Warzone, Black Ops, and uh, Rocket League. Those are the ones that I'm on right now. They're my top 5 games recent played. I did download For Honor the other day. Somebody's like, "Hey, get this game and play," and I tried it out, and my God, the spamming on that game is so horrible. I was like, I am not
I was
playing
like,
this.
you a little bit late in the game to try getting to that shit now, dude. Everyone is like a beast at
It
it.
was on sale. I was like, I'm gonna give it a shot. I like the characters; they're pretty cool, but yeah, it's definitely spam fest. So I can't play it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me see. What questions? I know one question was, how did you guys meet? But I don't know who that was directed at. I don't know if that was me and Freedom.
So as far as myself and the HSS clan, Hova, and camp and all that, is that what you're asking?
Sure, let's go. Let's go with that.
So basically, like I said, I was part of a bunch of different clans. I went from one clan to another clan trying to find something that I could be a part of. And I was on the page. I think they had posted it to one of these multi-platform Facebook pages. Hey, we're starting a clan and we need people. And at the time, the only thing I needed was teammates to play with that were actually gonna rotate out and play with, because like I said, I was part of some other clans. Some of them they dispersed, or like I said, even with the military personnel, like they would go out. So it would just be myself and maybe a couple others. There was no set games played and there was no set people. So switching from game to game, trying to find people, I was in a bind right there. And so I went ahead and switched to, like I said, the company. The company was like, hey, we want you on our team. We want you to be a part of our competitive playlist. We have great people. And I joined in, and uh, it lasted maybe 3 days. I was like, I can't do this. Like, they don't play with you. They don't talk to you. It was off the wall. There was no faces to the names, it was bad. So I saw the comment. It wasn't HSS at the time, and I was like, you know what? It's something different. I've never heard of it. Let me jump in here and see what it's about. I had to learn how to use Discord, which which was crazy in itself. So all these new guys joining in HSS, I definitely feel your pain. I try to reach out and say, if you need anything, feel free to ask. There's still stuff like I don't know that even I have no problem. If you got a question, ask it. So I went ahead and sent a message out. Hey, I'm looking for a clan of people that actually play together. I'm a small time streamer. I'm not big in any way. I kind of want to grow in all these different aspects and have a team to play with. So they welcomed me in with open arms, and from there I just kind of started talking, learned who the admins were, and just kind of anytime I was available, messaging other players, helping out with the thing, promoting different things, saying, hey, we need to try this, or hey, bring this to the clan, based on the past 20 other small clans that I was part of. I was like, we should bring this to the table, we should do this, I've seen other ones do this, this might be a good idea. And I just kept helping and helping and helping. And then they're like, so we voted and you're now an admin. And I was like, what? They're like, hey,
when you do other people's job too well, that you get their job.
Yeah, and I had no idea even how to be an admin, especially on Discord. I was like, there's things I don't know how to do it, but I was like, I'll do the best I can and help everybody. And they said, that's exactly why we want you, because you're the one that's going in here and you're the one, reaching out to people, helping people, showing them how to, make better videos and get affiliated and things like that. And I was like, wow, okay. So as far as the deep down admins, I think, Camp, Hova, and Tigers by themselves could have did a great job without me. They don't need me there. They're running the clan, smoothly. And then we have, our comp leaders and our comp team that basically, they're one. Even though we have a comp leader, I mean, it's the team that makes the competitiveness. So they're out there doing a great job getting victories for us and promoting us like that. So really, I mean, as far as being an admin, I don't consider myself an admin. I consider myself, part of the HSS
Part of the
family in
fucking
general.
family, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's doing what they're doing and promoting and clipping and sharing their little strips and contents, and we're growing as a family, a unit, instead of, just the admins doing it. And so as far as being called an admin, I just consider myself one of the family.
Who runs the Facebook page?
So right now we don't have a specific Facebook page modifier. I'm an admin on the Facebook page. They made the Facebook page. They haven't really, got into it as much as I think we should. It's something that we've been discussing as of late, now that we're starting to get ready to get into the hundreds, to promote more, which is why I went ahead and did the promotion, especially with the COVID. Actually, I think it was Don't Ask Much who was like, hey, thanks, COVID, with all these COVID people being at home, we're going to have so many more people staying at home. That honestly, I was like, I didn't think of that. Like, why not make a general COVID, announcement saying, hey, you're sitting at home. I don't know about y'all, but all the schools in Virginia are shut down for the year. So I'm sure that it's getting ready to happen US wide. All the kids and everybody is school's over unless
Stay
it's
home and play video games, brothers.
You're gonna stay home. So I feel like, what, why not make this announcement like, hey, we are growing, we are playing, we're doing great things. It's about time to start getting more people in here and start opening the doors to more people like myself who were just left out, who need somewhere to go to be a part of. And so that's more or less why I started, getting onto Facebook more and posting comments and things like that, because I do have my Facebook page as well, the ClassyinCamo page, but I'm on there less than I am on the Facebook page for HSS now.
Okay, of course.
So
all right.
for all our HSS people streaming and things like that, I don't want to say, every time you go live, if you go live 5 times in a day, post 5 different, hey, I'm going live messages, like kind of like in the Discord, because I'm guilty of it. I'll go in there, go online for an hour.
See, I only do it in the Discords where I am very well known. Like, so HSS, my own Discord, and then the comp team Discord.
Exactly. Now, as far as, I just post to our Discord, but I've been guilty of it where I'll go live for an hour and the dogs will start screaming. I'll log off and then I'll log back on and post another message. So I'll go in there and post like 3 messages and it gets overwhelming. So for the HSS team, I'd love to see y'all post, your content in the channel, promote the channel. But I would just say be cautious on how many times you are posting it to the channel. We don't want to just make it look like an advertisement inside of an advertisement,
Yeah,
it
of
still
course.
needs to be, a home base of operations, which is what it was originally meant for.
Yeah. Well, just so you know, by tomorrow you'll have a montage, maybe a 1 to 2 minute montage of some plays I did from yesterday. So that is actually in the works right now, just to help promote the Facebook page and all that good stuff.
I'm excited for it. I think I just posted, like I was saying, I was playing with Civil on some competitive. I posted, well, I don't think it was a headshot. It looked good. I think it was in the jugular, but it was a little 15-second.
Hey, whatever
clip
works,
that I
works.
shared on there, yeah, and it was a great 2-second head stuck out shot, and I think Don't Ask Much is doing great stuff with the TikToks. I think he's starting to share them now. So
Very
I'd love
nice.
to see definitely all the content flowing through, and I'd love to see the thumbs up at the bottom and the comments, and just go from there.
All right. So that being said, Classy, go ahead and rattle off everywhere you can be found, all your social medias, all that good stuff.
Facebook.com/ClassyinCamo, Twitter ClassyinCamo02, YouTube ClassyinCamo, and that's really it. As far as that, Discord I keep kind of small for the HSS, and Snapchat I couldn't even tell you my name. I used to make videos back in the day, but I'm gonna keep those hidden on YouTube. You won't ever find those.
Friggin'. All right, Freedom, you got any closing statements?
Nah, other than it was great to finally actually be able to sit down and talk to you, because I know you've been like a huge part of the building process of this community and family, and I know I knew who you were, but I didn't really know who you were, and like after tonight, like I feel like we're fucking friends. Like I feel like
Absolutely. We're not friends. We're
yo, dude, we're the
family.
fucking
Yeah.
sleeve squad.
Oh,
What you
yeah, we're
mean?
fam-
The
no.
sleeve squad.
For those of the comp team that do not know, I'll go ahead and say it right now. I have a separate Twitch account called Craft Brew Guy, hence the tap on my arm and the whole hops and beer and girl. I use the Craft Brew Guy to go in and watch other people and kind of see how they're doing. That's what was originally I created. ClassyinCamo is where I make the content. Craft Brew Guy is where I share my bits and my cards link to it, and I subscribe and things like that. So for those of them who don't know who I am in there, I will hop in y'all's streams, and I will post comments, and I will probably try to push your buttons just to get some laughs. So yeah, look out for him.
All right. Well, hey, first of all, thank you, Skizzle, for the sub and the new follower today, Cheddar420. Greatly appreciate you. All links.
New HSS member as well.
Oh, hell yeah. Hey, welcome, Cheddar.
Welcome to the family.
So that being said, all links to all these social medias will be down in the description below between Freedom, Pova, Classy, and myself. Make sure to show your support, like, follow, subscribe, all that good shit. And that being said, dude, this is another Call of Duty podcast, and that's it. So thank you for being with us. Have a good night. And
stay classy.
Stay fucking classy.
Gotta say, that's my catchphrase.
All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream now.
Tell them where they can get some sweet HSS merch.
Oh, if you want some goddamn motherfucking sweet HSS goddamn merch like this flag on my wall, or where did my sticker go?
Yeah, I'm still rocking the ClassyinCamo hoodie, but I think it's time to upgrade to the HSS hoodie myself. Now that I'm part of the team here.
I got a jersey on the way, and I'm gonna be wearing that shit all the fucking time.
Don't forget to post that link in there.
Yeah, that link is down there. And if you haven't already, on my YouTube channel, the last video I posted, I actually have the HSS merch link down there as well.
Now, did you give them the special one-time only discount code that they can use?
You mean code HSS? That one is definitely there. So make sure you check it out. All right. So, hey, y'all guys have a good night. And I'm going to end the stream right now. So,
signing out.
Later.